Iran is a country whose courage has reshaped political dynamics around the world. If Iran didn't exist, Palestine might have been wiped off the map. While the rest of the world was busy making deals over Gaza, it was Iran that stood by Palestine. Today, Iran is Israel's biggest obstacle. It's a country that even a superpower like the United States seems to bow to, recognizing its strength and influence. Iran is seen as the lion of the Islamic world. Its roar strikes fear into the hearts of its enemies. If any country has exposed Israel's reality over the past 30 years, it's the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Iran is the country whose people once overthrew their own government in protest of its ties to Israel. In 1963, when the Shah of Iran supported Israel and the United States, a cleric named Khomeini sparked a revolution that completely changed Iran's landscape. From the streets to the parliament, Iranians began rejecting Israel.
Former Israeli Vice Prime Minister Moshe Yaalon once said, "If Iran becomes a nuclear power, Israel won't exist. A nuclear Iran is seen as the biggest threat, and Israel knows it must always stay prepared." American historian James R. Corsi wrote in his book Israel Claims that if Iran didn't exist, who knows what would have happened to Al-Aqsa Mosque. Iran has helped create groups like Hamas, which turned Gaza into an Islamic stronghold. Iran's goals go beyond sectarian differences. That's why it supports Palestinian groups, even if they're Sunni, while Iran is Shiite. This unity across sects is what Israel fears most, because it knows that if the Muslim world unites on this issue, Israel's existence will be in serious danger. Corsi also wrote that Iran's ultimate goal is to wipe Israel off the map, a risk Israel simply can't afford to take. That's why it keeps trying to weaken Iran using its power and alliances.
But even with all that pressure, Iran has emerged as the strongest power in the Middle East. Iran claims influence not just within its own borders, but also in 4 key Arab countries: Iraq, Egypt, Lebanon, and Syria, where it has helped establish smaller groups like Hezbollah and Hamas. The idea is, if the United States or Israel ever attack Iran, these groups could cause chaos throughout the region. No superpower, not even the United States, wants to fight on 10 fronts at once. That's the strength of Iran's strategy. And no one seems to have a real solution for it yet. Israel sees Iran's militias as a major threat and has officially labeled them terrorist organizations.
Iran, meanwhile, has advanced weapons and tech that could seriously damage or even destroy Israel. Israeli journalist Ronen Bergman, in his book The Secret War with Iran, wrote that Iran now has missiles capable of hitting not just Israel, but all of Europe. With help from Russia and North Korea, Iran has built tech that has made it the most powerful Islamic nation. Iran also commands the strongest proxy network among Islamic nations, with forces that could impact the global economy in just a matter of hours.
If Iran ever closed its borders or stopped exporting oil, the world, including the United States, would lose trillions of dollars daily. No country can afford a blow like that.
And Israel have tried thousands of times to bring Iran down, and failed. Despite heavy sanctions, Iran remains the biggest powerhouse in the Middle East. The Iranian general Karabaghi once said, in a quote still studied in Israeli military schools, "If we wanted to, we could fire 11,000 missiles in just 1 minute." Historians often say that without Iran in the region, Palestine might have been erased completely. Today, people are shocked by how far Iran has come in terms of tech and power. This was a country under American control until 1979, but in just 45 years of independence, it's now a nuclear-rich state. Dr. Robert Einhorn wrote that the reason Iran achieved this was because United States and Israeli intelligence simply failed to stop it. No one knew exactly when Iran became a nuclear nation, but in 2002, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad boldly declared, "Whether the enemy likes it or not, Iran is now a nuclear state." When the United States later announced its nuclear deal with Iran, global outrage followed. The United States had done everything it could to stop Iran, killing thousands of scientists and bombing hundreds of research facilities, but it couldn't break Iran's spirit.
Today, Iran is a key player in global politics. No major international decision gets made without its input. It's still the only Islamic country willing to talk face-to-face with the US, and no other Muslim country has shown the kind of bold resistance to global powers that Iran has.
If the Arab world united with Iran, Palestine could be liberated in days. If any nation has stepped up to challenge America's dominance, it's Iran. In Competition in the Middle East, the author says that Iran's support for armed Palestinian groups made it a hero in the Arab world. The United States sees Iran as its most dangerous enemy. Almost every US president has placed sanctions on Iran. Israel, backed by America, has launched countless sanctions and conspiracies. Laws were passed, policies created. But still, Iran stands firm beside Palestine and Al-Aqsa Mosque. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, has repeatedly stated that Al-Aqsa belongs to all Muslims. It's their first Qibla, and no one can take it away. It was Iranian blood that sparked the creation of Quds Day in 1979, a day now recognized worldwide as a stand for Palestine's freedom. When Iran stood with Palestine, the rest of the Muslim world felt pressured to follow, even if they didn't want to. In 2015, Israeli leader Netanyahu went to the US Congress and claimed that Iran wants to destroy the only Jewish state, proving once again that Iran is a name that brings fear. If Iran didn't exist in the region, Gaza might have been wiped off the map by now. If the Muslims of Gaza still hold on to their faith despite millions of tons of bombs, it's partly thanks to Iran and a few Arab allies.
Now, as global outrage over Israel's oppression grows, the dream of Palestinian freedom feels closer than ever. From Asia to Europe, east to west, many nations now support the people of Gaza. Some reports even say Saudi Arabia and Iran are working together this time, with Saudi investing $1 trillion in the US as part of a deal to free Gaza. Some believe Gaza's freedom is just around the corner. Israel may think it can easily establish a greater Israel and eliminate Muslims in Gaza. But as long as Iran is in the Middle East, that dream will never come true.
By the way, what do you think of Iran? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you believe in a strong Iran, feel free to say it loud. Iran is powerful. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for updates. Here at S News, we're committed to bringing you